Uh, this is going to be a rant, but I want to talk about this particular subject. And first things first, I do this for me, for venting purposes, and if you don't like it, please get the fuck off my channel. I'm not looking for any praise nor accolades. Now, back to the subject at hand. Now, this video, what I'm about to do, is long overdue, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to talk about the different male archetypes in society. I'm going to talk about the different male archetypes in society, the social and sexual hierarchy when it comes to men. Now, everybody knows about some of these archetypes, and I'm gonna name it out for you. You have the alpha, you have the sigma, you got the beta, you got the gamma, and you got the omega. Now, the alpha is a self-assured leader of men whose swagger and aloofness makes him very successful with women. He's basically the top dog, I should say, the leader. Then you have the sigma, the lone wolf antithesis of the alpha. He defies the placement in the social hierarchy of men, and yet he's still successful with women. You have the beta. The beta, they're known as the worker bees of society. Women will tolerate them if they have ample amount of resources. Otherwise, they are discarded. And then you have the gamma. The gamma are bitter or clueless about women. They often can grasp the red pill concepts and black pill concepts too, and check out of the mating game. And then last but not least, you have the omega. The omega are they're hopeless, and they correlated with violent outbursts like shooting sprees because of their total rejection by women. Those are the omegas. But when it comes to omegas, I'm not, how can I put this? I'm not trying to put the omega down, but they're known for having very violent outbursts, and they tend to be very suicidal when it comes to not having their way towards women. So yeah, those are the main archetypes of social and sexual hierarchy amongst men. Now I'm gonna talk about the outliers of the social hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? There's other archetypes too, and I'm gonna talk about the outliers and the one hidden placement of the social hierarchy. Now you have the alpha. Now, what I just said before, the alpha and the sigma. Now, there's an outlier between the alpha and the sigma, and that outlier is the zeta. Now, the zeta is very intelligent. Now, he could be a leader amongst men, but for the most part, he's very intelligent and very smart. But there's one thing that he lacks. He lacks the killing instinct and the masculine prowess of an alpha and a sigma. See, the alpha and the sigma has the killing instinct, but they're not as smart nor intelligent as a zeta. See, when it comes to the zeta, they can outsmart the alpha and the sigma, but when it comes to the killing instinct, or when it comes to the killing instinct or the masculine prowess, the alpha and the sigma dominates the zeta. So the zeta is the outlier between an alpha and a sigma. And then, as far as the beta has its own placement, so there's no outlier when it comes to that. Oh, and there's another placement that I forgot to mention too. Remember when I said there's a gamma, but before there's a gamma, you have the delta. Now the delta is the regular guy, the average Joe in society, and deltas make up at least 80 to 85% of the male's world population all across the globe. So when it comes to the deltas are not as bitter as the gammas, and most deltas grasp some concepts of the red pill knowledge and black pill knowledge, but overall they're regular guys. They're the average Joes of society, and they make up majority of the male hierarchy in a sense. So that's the hidden placement. But the deltas, they're placed above the gammas. Oh, and also and also remember when I mentioned there's another outlier. Okay, you have the second outlier. The first outlier that I mentioned was the zeta, and it goes between the alpha and the sigma. Now the second outlier is the lambda. Now the lambda is an outlier between the delta and the gamma. Now the lambda is a nomad. He's unspecified. You really can't put him in a box because he's very mysterious in a sense. You know what I'm saying? People try to figure the lambda out, but they can't. But overall, most people, like most males in a sense, view the lambda as an average Joe, what I'm saying, as a regular guy. But deep down, the lambda is very smart. He has a cutting edge, and that cutting edge is being very intelligent and being very smart in his own way. So the lambda, in a sense, is a hidden threat, in the social male hierarchy because he has the ability to become more. So that's the lambda. And like I said before, you have the omega. The omega is the bottom of the barrel. The omega is the bottom of the barrel. So yeah, man, those are the social male archetypes. But I will admit this though, when it comes to climbing up the social and sexual hierarchy, I will admit this, in my honest opinion. Now, can a sigma become an alpha? Yes, he can. Can a beta? No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Can a sigma become an alpha? Yes, he can. Can a zeta become a sigma? Yes, he can. Now, can a zeta become an alpha? It's rare, but it can happen. But it's very rare for a zeta to become an alpha, but it's not like it's not impossible, but it's just very rare for a zeta to become an alpha because, like I said before, the zeta lacks the masculine prowess and the killer instinct of an alpha and a sigma. But it can be done though, but it's very rarely. But overall, the sigma can become an alpha. The beta, can the beta become a sigma or an alpha? Yes, he can, but it's going to take a long time for that beta to become either a sigma or an alpha, especially an alpha. Because like I said before, the betas are kind of like the high-level worker bees of society. But it can be done though, Oh, and also a beta can also be a zeta. So in a sense, a beta can be a sigma, an alpha, and even a zeta. But it's going to take that beta a lot of hard work to move up the social hierarchy when it comes to men. Now, can a delta become a beta? Yes, he can. Can a delta, aka the average Joe, can become a sigma? Yes, he can. Can the delta become a zeta? Yes, he can. And can the delta become an alpha? Yes, he can. But here's the thing, though. When it comes to the delta becoming a sigma, alpha, or zeta, that's going to be very hard for him to do because it's going to take a lot of work. But can it be done? Yes, but it's very rarely for a delta to become a sigma, alpha, or even a zeta. But it can be done, though. Can a gamma become a delta? Yes, he can. Can a gamma become a beta? Yes, he can. Can a gamma become a sigma, alpha, or zeta? Surprisingly, yes, he can. But like I said before, it takes a lot of hard work for that gamma to reach up to those social hierarchy, to climb up to that social hierarchy, especially if that gamma is trying to become a sigma, alpha, or even a zeta. But it can be done. But it can be done, but it's very rarely. It's very rare. Now, can a lambda, like I said, the outlier lambda, can a lambda become a delta? Yes, he can. Can a lambda become a beta? Yes, he can. Can a lambda become a sigma, zeta, and an alpha? Surprisingly, yes, he can. Because like I said before, the lambda is a mysterious person. He's a nomad. He's unspecified. But just like the gammas and the deltas, the lambda is going to need a whole bunch of work. It's going to need a whole bunch of self improvement or whatever to become a sigma, alpha, or even a zeta. It's going to take that lambda so much work to become either a sigma, alpha, or the zeta. So it's going to take them a long time for it's going to take the lambda a long time to reach that level, to reach that to climb that social hierarchy in a sense. Now, going all the way down to the bottom of the barrel, the omega. Can the omega become a gamma? Yes, he can. Can the omega become a lambda? Oh, yes, he can. Can the omega become a delta, a beta, sigma, zeta, and an alpha? Yes, he can. But like I said before, it's going to take a whole bunch of work for that omega to reach the level of a sigma, alpha, and a zeta. But 9 times out of 10, most omegas either become a lambda, a delta, or a beta. 9 times out of 10, most omegas become either a lambda, delta, or beta, and that's very good because, like I said before, the omega are at the bottom of the totem pole. So for the omega to reach up to a beta level status, that's very good, very awesome indeed. So yeah, man. So this is my honest opinion of the different male archetypes in society when it comes to social and sexual hierarchy. So this is my concepts when it comes to the different archetypes of males hierarchy. Like I said before, these are just my thoughts and opinions. Like I said before, these are my thoughts and opinions. I said don't take it for what it is. Don't take it as the ultimate gospel. So I'm just using this as a point of reference when it comes to male hierarchy in society. So don't take my word for it. This is just my speculation. That's all. And that's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, man. So, thank you so much and have a good day.